So, how do you make an audience feel trauma and not just, watch it happen on screen? Well, sometimes the secret isn't in the dialogue or the action, but in the very bones of the story. That's what we're digging into today. We're going to deconstruct Michael Cimino's screenplay for The Deer Hunter and see how its incredible, really deliberate structure tells a story of two completely different worlds.
Okay, so let's set the scene. We start in Clairton, Pennsylvania, and the script, it doesn't just say, hey, there's a steel mill here. No way. It paints this picture of an enormous, almost monstrous presence that's literally squatting over the town. You feel its weight right from the first page. This thing isn't just a backdrop. It's this living, breathing force that shapes every single character's life. It's a world of fire, constant noise, and this shared sense of danger.
All right, so to really get the genius of this script, we're going to break it down into 5 key parts. We'll look at life before the war, then this massive rupture, what life was like during, and the core idea that kind of holds the whole thing together. It's really a story about the violent collision of two totally separate realities.
Okay, first up, A Tale of Two Worlds. The real power of this screenplay, the thing that just hits you, is its structure. It's basically what you'd call a diptych. Like one of those old paintings made of 2 separate panels that are hinged together. The whole point, the whole impact, comes from smashing these 2 completely different scenes right up against each other, and that's exactly what the script does. The first half is panel 1, and the second half, that's panel 2.
So let's look at that first panel, which is life before. We're in Clairton, 1968. And what's amazing is that the script spends a ton of time here. I'm talking nearly half the entire screenplay just immersing us in this world. A world that's all about friendship, these incredibly deep community bonds, and a whole series of really powerful, life-affirming rituals.
And these rituals, they are the absolute pillars of their entire world. The script talks about the hellish ballet of the steel mill. I love that phrase, where they all share this common danger. Then it takes us right into the sacred ancient wedding ceremony, followed by the complete wild joy of the reception. And finally, you have the deer hunt in the mountains, which is treated with this almost religious reverence. It's a tradition with its own strict set of rules.
And this line from Michael, this is everything. It is so much more than just hunting advice. This is the central philosophy of their entire ordered world. It's a code, right? A code built on precision, on control, self-reliance, and this deep, deep respect for the rules of life. The whole thing, their whole worldview is boiled down into that one simple phrase, one shot.
And right here, we see that code in action. It's brilliant, actually. The screenplay puts Michael's whole philosophy of preparedness right up against Stan's, his carelessness. Michael literally brings an extra pair of boots for Stan because he knows he'll forget his. Stan breaks the code, relies on other people, and complains. This is the script just spelling it out for us. These are the rules that govern their world, before it all gets blown to pieces.
And then, as this whole first half of the story comes to a close, Nick asks this absolutely haunting question. You think we'll ever come back? Man, it's just the perfect, chilling transition. It just hangs there in the air, right before the script slams the door on that world and throws us into its brutal second half.
So now we get to the rupture. And let me tell you, there is no gentle transition here. None. The screenplay doesn't give you a nice little montage of basic training or guys writing letters home. No, it is a jarring, brutal cut. A complete rupture. One moment, you're breathing the cold mountain air of Pennsylvania, and the next,
That's it. This is the exact moment those 2 paintings, the 2 panels of our diptych, just collide. The script doesn't ease you in at all. It just throws you and the characters straight into the fire with this simple, stark title card. That world we just spent so much time getting to know, gone. Instantly shattered.
And the contrast, wow, it could not be more extreme. Think about it. All those rich, emotional sounds, the wedding choir, the laughter at the reception, they're all gone, replaced by what the script describes as absolute silence, with nothing but the heavy, low buzz of flies. The community is gone, replaced by just total carnage.
So, welcome to life during. In this new, horrific world, all those old rituals that gave their lives meaning, they're just gone. And they are replaced by a single new ritual, one that's all about death. It's a terrifying, perfect inversion of everything that came before. What's so chilling is how the script lays this out. It's so procedural, like it's just a list of rules for a game. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. By presenting this horrific act like it's some formal game, it just hammers home the character's absolute loss of control. It's a complete perversion of the order and ritual that their lives were built on. And this is the really crucial point. The screenplay takes that central idea from the first half, Michael's whole one-shot code of control and skill, and it just brutally twists it. The one shot that was all about skill now becomes the one chamber of random, totally meaningless chance. A ritual that was all about affirming life is now a ritual that literally gambles with death.
And then you have this moment of, it's pure insanity, but it's also brilliant. Michael tries to grab control back, but he has to use the game's own twisted logic to do it. His thinking is just terrifying, right? The only way to beat a game of pure chance and make an opening to escape is to get rid of the chance. And the only way to do that is to increase the odds of death.
Okay, so all of this whole wild ride, it builds to the screenplay's single core idea. It's this super simple mantra that Michael says back on the hunting trip, but it ends up being the philosophical key to the entire story, to the characters, to their survival, and to the script itself.
So what does this is this actually mean? Well, you can think of it as a kind of radical realism. It's a complete and total refusal to engage in wishful thinking. It's about looking at the absolute reality right in front of your face. Doesn't matter if it's a deer on a mountain, your buddy who forgot his boots again, or a loaded gun in a prison hut. And you act based on that reality, not the one you wish was there. And this single idea, it applies everywhere. In the hunt, it's about being prepared, right? Bring the extra boots. Don't count on luck. In the prison camp, it means accepting the insane reality of the game so you can figure out how to beat it and escape. And for the screenplay itself, it's the writer's justification for that brutal cut. The writer is basically telling us, the audience, this is this. Clairton is Clairton. Vietnam is Vietnam. And the story is the violent break between them.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Why does any of this matter? Because the script structure isn't just some clever, artsy storytelling trick. Not at all. It's designed to make us, the audience, feel that psychological whiplash of trauma right there with the characters.
It's actually a simulation of trauma itself, by forcing us to get comfortable in one reality and then just violently yanking us into another without any warning. The screenplay makes us feel that rupture. And that's what makes the story's impact so visceral, so unforgettable.
You know, in the end, after all this talk about structure and diptychs, the script brings us right back here, back to Nick's plea to Mike. It reminds us that, at its heart, this is a story about the bonds of community, about friendship and promises, and what happens when that entire world, that entire support system, gets shattered by a place that has no rules at all. And so, that's the final, powerful question the screenplay leaves us with. And it isn't just about these characters, is it? It's really about us. It forces you to look at the foundations of your own life, your own rituals, your own communities, and ask yourself, what's left when all of that gets erased?